Happy beautiful Sunday, beautiful people. Look, let me show y'all my little stud because if I'm gonna be 100, I put these on for this video. By the end of the month, I'm sure I'm gonna be like, good morning, with crust in my eye and drool, even though I'm not a drooler. But for now, I'm gonna give you all cute Alicia because we're still doing this. It's still pretty new. Happy Sunday, happy beautiful Sunday, happy day 3 of vlogging. This is probably my 4th time recording this video because things have come up. Background noise has been distracting, and here it is again. I'm not making this up. So I wanted to get on here really quickly just to check in. I would like to continue to meet the commitment of posting a vlog a day. If you are doing this challenge with me, or if you are like following the vlogs, please hold me accountable. If you see midnight approaching and I haven't posted a video, get in my inbox and be like, where you at, Sway? You know, send a little eyes. I don't see a video up because I enjoy accountability. I do appreciate it. Well, I enjoy accountability in this realm, if we're going to be really honest. But today I just want to talk about something really quickly. I'm saying I'm a lot because it's late and I am tired. Today I had to activate a quote that I have been talking about, encouraging from, and sitting with all week. And so the quote says, courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. Courage starts with showing up and letting ourselves be seen. And this quote is just, it's so good. It's one of those quotes that like you probably will chew on for the rest of your life because there are so many spaces in your life that you have to show up for, right? So we show up in our profession. We show up in our goals. We show up in our romantic relationships. We show up in our professional relationships. We show up for job interviews. Like, we have to physically show up. But then the quote says, let yourself be seen. And I was sitting on that all week. I mean, I ministered from it this week on the recharge line. I've talked to a few people about it this week, and I'm just like, yeah, and this. And, you know, when stuff is real good because you don't have to really walk it out, but you really understand the aha moment that comes from it. And so today I had an aha moment, and I had to walk it out. And so I guess if I'm going to share a little bit, I had to send a really difficult email today. And if I'm completely honest, I avoided this email for 5 days. And that's not like me. I hate emailing. However, I try to stay on top of emails, especially those that I know are like high key important. But this email, like, y'all, I was like blatantly ignoring it. Like, read the email, even when as far as to reach out to the person like, hey, I'm going to email you, I haven't forgotten you. Like, girl, you are emailing me now, just address what we need to talk about. And I was avoiding it. I was avoiding the work that came with it. I was avoiding actually addressing what was in the email. And so today, after 5 days of thinking about legitimate excuses, I mean, I was like, well, what's a good excuse? What's a professional excuse? After 5 days of being okay with being nonchalant, after 5 days of like convincing myself that my lack of professionalism and my nonchalantness was okay, I had to be like, girl, really stop. Like, for real, this is not like you. This is not professional, and this isn't going to open any doors for you. I had to sit down and be honest. I had to sit down and be honest with myself. I had to sit down and deal with what I was avoiding. I had to sit down and decide that I was going to show up. And although in this situation it wasn't a physical place that I needed to show up with, it was the act of being present in responding to something I was avoiding. I had to show up. But what was the cake was being seen. Because I'm pretty good about, you know, hey, this is what's going on. I'm sorry. Let's move on. But this time, because I was writing someone who was directly tied to my profession, with being a teacher, and she was inquiring about like, hey, like your reflections and your placement, like how's that been going, like just all these different things. I realized while sharing with her what was going on in my classroom, I had an aha moment that what my students were doing, I was doing. My students had moments where they were ashamed or choosing not to show up and be seen because they had convinced themselves that their truth would not be accepted, or would not be accepted, which then meant having to convince me, their teacher, of their worthiness, right? And so I know you all are probably listening to this like, what is she talking about? But follow me. And so today, in my willingness to be courageous, I showed up and I allowed myself to be seen with someone that I was in business with, or that I'm doing business with. And it was the most freeing thing I had ever experienced. And so if you're watching this video today, and even if none of that made sense, because you might have to go back and rewatch it because it's a lot. If I could sum this up for someone, I would say this week, I want to challenge you to be courageous. And being courageous means showing up to the things that you want to avoid. Whether it's your to-do list, whether it's that meeting, whether it's seeing someone who you had a falling out with, whether it means going to a place you feel unqualified for or you are unprepared for, show up. But then the next step is allow yourself to be seen. We live in a generation where we do fake it until we make it, and that's okay sometimes, but it actually does more damage to you because in your faking of it, no one can help you because they don't really see where you really are. That's good. In your faking it, people assume that you're further than you really are. Versus you come into a space like, I don't know, and someone being able to say, that's fine, I can help you with this. So this week, I just want to encourage you to show up. I posted a quote today that said, like, showing up is enough. And it is. It is enough. But here, for this week, I want you to show up. And I want you to allow yourself to be seen. I want you to own where you are, how you feel, what's going on in your life, what you're lacking, what you need. Allow yourself to be seen so that you can get the help you need and so that you're not bound by the lie the world tells you to create. Yeah.